Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Golden Bachelor's Janette reveals secret text to Sunny and why she really ran off. Golden Bachelor finalist Janette has revealed the truth about what happened moments after Barry Bear Moden told her she wasn't his final pick. The Melbourne Pilates instructor, 61, admitted she went into the final day utterly convinced Bear would choose her, making the rejection all the more shattering and unexpected. "I was sure it was me, and then when it wasn't I thought, how did I ever think that?" she told Nine Entertainment, recalling the surreal moment her confidence vanished. Janette said that she knew something was off the moment she approached him at the mountaintop proposal spot, insisting she saw the truth before he even spoke. "I read your eyes the minute I walked up here," she said, adding that she immediately felt herself shutting down emotionally. According to Janette, she hadn't prepared for any scenario where she wasn't chosen, and the shock left her scrambling to keep it together. As soon as Bear confirmed his heart belonged to someone else, she felt overwhelmed. Her instinct, she said, was to flee from the cameras entirely. "I just wanted to hide somewhere and have my little cry," she admitted, explaining why she abruptly stormed off while Bear tried to speak to her. But behind the scenes, Janette revealed her first message after filming wasn't to Bear. It was to Sunny, the woman he ultimately chose. "I realized in the end she was in love with him, and I wished her well, and I wished them a happy life together and whatever comes from it," she said, explaining that she wanted Sunny to know she held no resentment. Janette added that the pair are still loosely in contact, occasionally exchanging messages or seeing each other at events linked to the show. Reflecting on the experience, she admitted she had no real understanding of how strong Bear and Sunny's connection was until she watched the season back on television. She said she kept her own feelings discreet to avoid intimidating the other contestants, and now believes Sunny did the same. She now feels ready to date again and says she has no regrets about taking part in the show. The Golden Bachelor finale delivered one of the most dramatic showdowns in the franchise's history. Bear made his final choice between Janette and NSW CEO Sunny, 58, during a romantic getaway to South Africa. He struggled through the breakup with Janette, telling her that while she made him feel alive again, he hadn't fallen in love. "I was so nervous about doing this, because you made me feel like I haven't felt in a long time," he told her. "I feel like I could tell you anything, Janette. You deserve a love worth fighting for. And I'm so sorry. It's not with me." Janette, maintaining a stoic exterior, responded, "I'm fine. I read your eyes the minute I walked up here," before cutting him off and leaving the scene in anger. Moments later, she broke down inside a waiting car, telling producers she felt foolish for believing she would be chosen. The episode then shifted to a far more uplifting moment as Bear confessed his love to Sunny, telling her he couldn't imagine a future without her. Sunny, overjoyed, said her dark days were behind her, and Bear presented her with a commitment ring. When Janette quietly slipped away from the candlelit courtyard on The Golden Bachelor, viewers were left stunned. No goodbye speech. No dramatic rose rejection. Just the soft echo of her heels fading into the night, and 1,000 unanswered questions. Now, weeks after the finale aired, Janette is finally breaking her silence. And what she's revealing changes everything fans thought they knew about her exit, her feelings for Barry Bear Moden, and, most shockingly, her private text messages with fellow contestant Sunny. According to Janette, the truth isn't about jealousy, insecurity, or fear of commitment. It was about honesty, she says. And once I realized the truth, I knew I couldn't stay another second. The night that changed everything. Janette remembers the exact moment her instincts began screaming at her. It was the night before hometown dates. The women were gathered in the common room, laughter filling the space as champagne glasses clinked. Barry had just said goodnight, leaving behind a trail of hopeful hearts. Sunny sat across from Janette, unusually quiet. She looked like someone holding a secret that was burning her alive, Janette recalls. Later that night, Janette's phone buzzed. It was a text from Sunny. "Can we talk? Privately. Please." What followed, Janette says, was a series of messages that changed her entire experience on the show. The secret texts no one knew about. Contestants are discouraged from private communication, but not strictly forbidden once filming pauses for the night. What Sunny shared, Janette claims, wasn't gossip. It was a confession. Sunny admitted she and Barry had formed a deeper connection earlier than anyone realized. Not just emotionally, but strategically. She told me Barry had already reassured her weeks before that she was safe, Janette explains. That he saw a future with her and didn't want her to worry about the process. The text showed Sunny questioning whether staying silent was fair to the other women. I feel guilty, Sunny wrote. It feels like I'm playing a game I already know the ending to. Janette says she stayed at the screen, heart pounding. If that was true, then everything I experienced suddenly felt staged. Why Janette didn't confront Barry? Fans expected fireworks, a confrontation, a dramatic reveal. But Janette chose silence. I didn't want to force a man to admit something on camera, she says. I wanted to see who he really was, without pressure. The next day, Janette noticed subtle changes. Barry avoided prolonged eye contact. Conversations felt rushed. The warmth she once felt had cooled into politeness. That's when I knew, Janette says softly. My presence had become inconvenient. The real reason she ran off. Contrary to rumors, Janette didn't leave because she felt defeated. She left because she felt disrespected. I wasn't going to beg for clarity when my intuition already gave me the answer, she explains. Love at this stage of life should feel grounding, not confusing. Producers urged her to stay. Friends told her to wait it out. But Janette had already made peace with her decision. I've lived too long to ignore red flags just to finish a storyline. So she packed her bags quietly. No rose ceremony meltdown. No tearful confessionals. Just dignity. Sunny's reaction after Janette left. Janette says Sunny reached out once more after her departure. I didn't expect you to leave like that, Sunny texted. I hope you understand why I told you. Janette replied simply, I do, and I don't blame you. To this day, Janette insists she holds no resentment towards Sunny. She was honest with me when she didn't have to be, Janette says. That matters. What Janette thinks of Barry now. So where does Janette stand with Barry Moden today? There's no bitterness, only clarity. I think Barry is a good man who got caught between sincerity and the pressure of television, she says. But good intentions don't erase emotional consequences. Janette confirms they have not spoken since her exit. And that's okay, she adds. Some chapters are meant to close quietly. Fans are seeing her exit differently now. Since Janette's revelation, fans have flooded social media with support, calling her exit the most graceful moment of the season. Many now believe her departure wasn't weakness, but strength. She chose herself, one fan wrote. That's the most golden thing you can do, another commented. Janette's final word. When asked if she regrets leaving, Janette doesn't hesitate. Not for a second. She pauses, then adds, love doesn't require you to shrink, compete, or stay silent. And when it does, walking away isn't running. It's choosing peace. And with that, Janette may have delivered the most powerful lesson the Golden Bachelor has ever offered, without ever needing a final rose.